Well, here we are in Fun Spots, New Hampshire, the biggest arcade in the world and undoubtedly one of the best arcades in America. But there are lots of other places you can go around America to play classic video games, and we've been to visit some of those on the East Coast. So we're going to go back to Philadelphia just over 2 weeks ago and start our journey around the arcades of America there.
So we're here in Philadelphia on Frankfurt Avenue and we're about to check out Barcade. Let's go in and take a look. By the way, it's in a particularly lovely area of the city. Hopefully it's a bit more welcoming inside. Okay, so here we are in Barcade. As you can see, it's a bar and it's rather noisy, but it's also full of classic arcade machines. So we've got some little cabaret cabs here. We've got Make Tracks and Moose Pac-Man and Dizzy Little Space Invaders and Red Clash, which I've never heard of before, but I'll give it a go. And also over on the far side there's a Phoenix. So this is the main arcade. As you can see, there's a real big lineup of cabs here, all classic cabs. Let's quickly go around and see some of them. We've got Asteroids, Operation Thunderbolt, Gallagher, Tron, Burger Time, another Ms. Pac-Man. I think this is the turbo version. And we've got Rampage, Dig Dug with an astonishing score on it. And we've got Outrun, Track and Field, Tetris, Smash TV, Punch Out. We've got an Upright Spy Hunter and a Championship Sprint and a Carnival in the corner there, and a couple of classics here, Golden Axe and R-Type and Gauntlet. And unfortunately the Donkey Kong seems to be out of commission. And we've got Frogger and Super Mario, and up here on the wall we've got all the high scores, which are frankly worrying to say the least. I'm not going to get close to any of those things. And we've got Crystal Castle, Centipede, Magic Sword, Ghosts and Goblins, NBA Jam, Joust, Robotron, Double Dragon, and last but not least, as befits any barcade, Tapper, which I'll be having a go of shortly. So here's Tapper, and if you've never seen a Tapper machine before, this is what a real life one looks like. It's got two places to put your drinks, very cool, and the joystick, and then you've got an actual beer keg puller to actually dispense the drinks. Lost track of it completely there. Oh, it was right the one at the end after all that. So I'm at this rather desolate mall called the Plaza, which is on the outskirts of Nashville. We haven't actually made it to Nashville yet, but this is in a place called Antioch, which is probably about 10 miles from Nashville. And the reason we've come here is because there's an arcade here called Game Galaxy, which I'm going to take a quick look around now. As you can see, arcade, pinball, video games. They also buy, sell consoles and so on. So let's take a look. So as we go through the door, it's rather warm and bright here, but we've got a couple of machines here. We've got House of the Dead 4, we've got a Captain Commando which is on, it's a bit of a dark screen, and Smash TV. We've got a lot of pinball machines here. As you can see, really good stuff. Elvira, Black Knight, Star Wars, Judge Dredd. Quite an old one there, that's Bad Cats by Williams. We've got Terminator 3, Doctor Who, Guns N' Roses, Tommy, AC/DC, Indiana Jones, X-Men, Tron, Simpsons, and most interesting of all, the brand new Metallica pinball machine by Stern there. There's a couple of Nintendo cabs there which are off, which is Mario Brothers, and I think that's been converted to something Jammer-like based on the looks of it. This is the brand new Metallica pinball machine, and we're going to have a go of it now. Well, Anna's going to have a go of it while I film it, so take a look at it while she's playing it. There's the back box. It used to have some James Hetfield sampled speech on it. Cool artwork. It is actually playing Enter Sandman now.
Is it?
Yeah. So this is the main part of the arcade. There are quite a few machines that aren't switched on. That might be because there's not too many people here at the moment, or because they're out of order. But I'll have a quick pan around. We've got some games I've not seen before, like Judge Dredd. Got a lot of pinball machines down here which are all switched off, but you can switch them on and play them. We've got Tron, Ms. Pac-Man, Pac-Mania, JoJo's Adventure, which I've never seen before in the flesh. Capcom fighting game that is. Some classics like Mr. Do, Alien Syndrome, Return of the Jedi. Had a game on that there. That's my score. Bosconian, Galaga 3 is not on at the moment. I've got a Play Choice 10, Twin Cobra, Qbert, Donkey Kong, which I also had a go of. I think this might be a bootleg board or tweaked in some way because I got 7 lives from the start, so not a very good score for 7 lives. Over this side, some pinballs, Mario Brothers, Rocky and Bullwinkle, Terminator 2, Creature from the Black Lagoon, loads of cool stuff. Got a big Darius machine there, which is unfortunately not switched on. Avengers. More pinballs over there. And lots of stuff at the back which is all off at the moment. I guess it's all out of order. Ninja Warriors, a couple of Laserdisc machines. Game Ground, never seen this before. Look at the size of this thing. That's very cool. Play Choice Versus machine there. And Cheyenne in the corner there. All of those out of order at the moment, it seems. Some cool stuff over here as well. Quartet, not so cool. Carnival. Lost World. These are sort of newer games now. I'll get onto the fighting games. So we've got Mortal Kombat 1 and 2, Killer Instinct, and we've got some 6-player beat 'em up Spider-Man, that's 4-player actually, and a couple more fighting games, Street Fighter 3, and we've got a Neo Geo, big size Neo Geo, big red 6 slot, Punch Out, Double Dragon, Upright Spy Hunter, and over here we've got Turtles, more pinball machines, Pinbot included there in Street Fighter 2. And here's something I've never seen before. This is a Nintendo VS or Versus Slalom. This must be one of the earliest examples of the sort of thing that became common with Alpine Racer in later years. I think this was also the first game ever done by Rare for the NES, if I remember correctly. Track and Field's out of order. We've got Centipede, Dungeons and Dragons, Mikey, Robocop, Final Fight. Some real good stuff down here. Some of my favourites: Wonder Boy, Megatech, Tapper, which I'll have another go at to see how I compare to my go in Philadelphia's Barcade. Forgotten Worlds, which has got the cool controllers. This is the rotation controller on Forgotten Worlds, but unfortunately it's not switched on. And look at this dizzy little Neo Geo cab, that's really cool. And also Dragon Spirit, which is also out of order. And just to finish off this section, we've also got Pac-Man, Cabaret. So all in all, good selection. A few more modern games than the classics, you know, with the fighting games and stuff like that. But overall, a great selection. Some really good pinballs as well. I think I did slightly better than last time. Definitely got my name into the high score table. Clearly there aren't quite so many good players here. I think I got about 2,000 more than in Philadelphia. So this is Opry Mills, a large shopping mall next to the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville. That is the Grand Ole Opry there. And we're going to take a look at a Dave & Buster's, which is a common occurrence across America, but British people have probably not seen anything exactly like this. It's an entertainment and dining complex, so we're going to take a look inside. As you can see there, a guy named Buster loved fine food and drink, and a guy named Dave loved all things fun and games. That gives you an indication of what kind of place we're about to go into. It's a welcome area, it's got bowling, and as we move along there's a pool area over there, and the main thing that we're going to take a look at is, as it's described there, the Midway. And it's basically a giant amusement arcade, mostly redemption games, but there are a few arcade style games in there as well. Just really to give you an idea of the scale of this place. Even though we have these kind of things in bowling alleys in the UK, there's nothing quite the scale of this. Just take a look at this. It is very noisy in here, so I'm not going to do too much in the way of commentary, but look at the size of this place. It's just immense. So just going to have a quick look round. A few things I've not seen before in any arcade in the UK. Seem to now have arcade versions of mobile games or touchscreen games. We've got things like the shooting games, Giant Connect 4, more shooting games. Not quite sure what that is there. That looks terrifying. And of course we've got driving games, so there's a 6-player Daytona USA there. Must be a new version of it, or 1994, but it's got LCD screens on it. We've got Guitar Hero Arcade, usual sort of things like basketball, plenty of driving games, and air hockey, 4-player air hockey in fact. More shooting and driving stuff there. Got Ghost Squad, Terminator, Rambo, again Virtua Cop 3, Time Crisis 4, House of the Dead 3 there, which has got the pump action shotguns. you can see, there's a dining area just there. More racing games, and a little bit of retro there with a Pac-Man game. And I did miss also, walked past it and didn't mention it, the excellent Pac-Man Battle Royale. As you can see, some people are playing there at the moment. Over on this side of the arcade we have more redemption style games. Lots of strange stuff, I'm not really sure what it is, but it looks kind of cool. Wheel of Fortune. Sort of casino style games but without the money. Ice Age game there. Again, not quite sure what goes on in that. Where you can win tokens. We've got Skee Ball, which is an old classic of course. And the usual sort of things like grabbers. Infinity Blade FX. Again, no idea. Never seen anything like it before. But it looks kind of cool. And more redemption games. And the one redemption game I wanted to particularly take a look at was Doodle Jump Arcade there. This is an arcade version of a touchscreen, a mobile game, but this is the one redemption game I particularly wanted to show. There's now a Frogger redemption game. So Frogger lives on in a modern arcade there. And that's about it. We'll play a few of the games. All the games you have to swipe a card in this little card reader, so I need to go and buy one of those things before I can play anything. So I've bought a Dave & Buster's power card and charged it up with some money or credits or whatever you call them, and we're going to have a go of Temple Run, the fairly well known I think, infinite running type game that you'd usually play on your iPhone or something like that. This is the arcade version. So I'm going to swipe the thingy here. I should put a credit in. And we're off. So it's using a trackball, and using the trackball you've got to run as far as you can. And that was it, that was game over. I don't think we did very well there. But we got a score, and we won a couple of tokens. So we just tried a game of the Frogger. We've got no idea what we're doing, so we're having another go. You've got to press when it's flashing. Reach the lily pad for bonus. Press, press! It's not like Frogger of old. We don't really understand it. But we got some more tokens. So this is Doodle Jump arcade version. Again, never played it before, arcade or mobile wise. Anna's going to give it a go. It seems to be going okay. It's flashing. Well, we won. We won 24 coupons. It's kind of got a joystick. Again, we didn't really know what we were doing, but it's very bright and shiny. Here I am on Union Avenue in New York City, in Brooklyn, and we have another Barcade. So let's go in and check it out and see how it compares to the one in Philadelphia. So straight away it seems slightly more welcoming than the Philadelphia one. Got this great wall made up of all bottle tops, which is kind of cool. So here are the cabs. We've got Swimmer, which I've never heard of, and some classics: Gallagher, RoboCop, Escape from the Robot Monsters, Tapper, of course, we'll get onto that later. Timber, which is the sequel to Tapper, or at least featuring the same character. Frogger, being played by someone quite familiar. And Berserk, Strider, which I don't think I've ever seen a dedicated cab of before. And they've got double Donkey Kong, which I had to go over earlier and lost 2 lives on the first level, but still managed to get 59,000 on in the end, so quite happy with that. And we've got Asteroids, Rampage, Ghosts and Goblins, Zookeeper, very cool game, Smash TV, Centipede, Paperboy, Cheyenne, Dragon Spirit, another lesser seen one there, Jungle Hunt, and Tetris Contra. Quite a lot of similar games to the Philadelphia one, but the atmosphere in here is a lot cooler, and literally cooler because it's not as warm, but also it's like a nicer place, so more laid back. So we've got Ladybug, we've got a Cuba Arkanoid in the corner there, Punch Out, and we've got this, Pigskin. I've never seen this before. Kind of a weird kind of backlit sort of top bit there, and it seems to be some kind of American football game. And we've got Marble Madness, and we've got Satan's Hollow, which has got a very cool glow-in-the-dark joystick. So yeah, nice place, and I'm going to have a beer and play a few games now. So this is Swimmer. I had 1 game of it. See if I can do any better on my second game. So all you got to do is swim down the river and pick up these fruits. And if each one you pick up is worth more than the previous one, you press the button to dive. It's got some terrible music which you probably can't hear. But it's actually quite a fun little game. So I'm near the end of the level and you've got to bypass a large crab. It's pretty easy to dodge actually. And do I get a bonus? Get a bonus of 1,000 points at the end, I don't know why. So round 2 is more of the same, except now you've got crabs that move around, make it a little bit more difficult for you. Here comes the big bad crab at the end of the level. Oh, he's got me. What happens now? Go try and get past it again. Go on, go. There we go. No bonus this time. And this is the 3rd level, which is absolutely rock hard. Doing a bit better than I did last time. I'm not getting any more points. Oh, there we go. But I did beat my score from the previous game. Oh yeah, you get this chance to win another go as well. But I didn't get it. So I missed a couple of things on my earlier walk around. In this corner here we have Tutankhamun, Dig Dug with another astonishing score on, Robotron, and the classic Outrun. And also needs mentioning is the high score thing. Just go up the top there. You can see there Donkey Kong 939,800. Hank, that's Hank Chen, Donkey Kong world record holder. I've lost it. Rubbish. Garbage compared to the other places.